everyone. And to those of you who keep arguing against me in regards to my stance on mass immigration or the temporary foreign worker program in this country, yeah, I will admit that a lot of libertarians are entrepreneurs and business owners. But once again, that does not give you an excuse or a reason to try to sell your workers or the working class in this country up the river to the ruling class. And while you might benefit economically from importing cheap or slave labor from third world or emerging countries, if you're going to take a principled stance on a position, you better start recognizing your own inherent biases and stop pointing the fingers at people like myself for standing in defense of the workers in this country. Because in case you haven't realized it by now, the minute one side of that equation, whether it's the employers or the employees, the minute any side of that equation gains dominance by way of political power or by using big government as a means to an end, well, yeah, libertarians aren't going to support you in that endeavor, at least not a genuinely principled libertarian such as myself. And trying to suggest that, oh, what are you against the free market, that people should be able to import whatever laborers they want from anywhere? Really? Really? You're going to take that position, are you? Sounds a whole lot like you would have been one of those people that would have been defending the slave trade or bringing slaves to North America so that the plantation owners could benefit economically as well. We all know that that kind of argument was put forth by those who were proponents of slavery, right? Today, you're getting the same kind of rhetoric from these immoral corporate leaders or business owners who, once again, are more than willing to yield their ethics or their morality for the bottom line. And to try to suggest or pretend that we actually live in a free market environment, are you serious? I mean, come on. And like I said in my comment, as a rebuttal to some of you proponents of big government initiatives such as the TFW program or mass immigration, you go ahead and you come onto my channel someday. We can set up a date and time. Like I say, I'm willing to challenge anyone's premises or their narratives. And I'm willing to have my own challenge as well. So if you really want to have a conversation or an informal debate or challenge me on my position, then step up the plate. I'll give you the opportunity to do so and upload that on my channel so it'll always be out there on the internet for everyone to see and hear. So far, I'm not getting anyone that's willing to take that challenge or accept that challenge, nor do I really expect they will. I don't think any of you have actually done the work or put in the effort to even come close to challenge me. So of course, that's a battle I'm willing to tackle with just about anyone. So bring it on. And like I say, whether it was the workers, I don't support communism or socialism. I don't support the workers taking over the means of production and plundering the economic prosperity of business owners. And to be consistent in my views, in my morals, and my ethics, I also have to say that I definitely don't defend corporations outsourcing to government their employment needs. So don't even try playing that game with me. Or if you do want to, well, get ready for a real challenge. Because this is a topic and an issue I've got lots to say. Headline out of CBC News, Montreal: as Quebec cuts immigration, businesses turn to temporary foreign workers. Experts caution rise in temporary foreign workers to offset cuts to immigration, not sustainable. It's being reported by Benjamin Shingler and Jonathan Maupetit, August 15th, 2019. As the Quebec government slashes immigration levels this year, it is also overseeing a huge increase in the number of temporary foreign workers coming to the province. The inflow of temporary workers is helping Quebec deal with an increasingly dire labor shortage, but experts say the strategy is unsustainable economically and makes newcomers more vulnerable to exploitation. Not to mention the fact that there is no shortage of Canadians, right? Even when you say, oh, there's a shortage of people that want to assume these roles, responsibilities, or these positions. No, they just don't want to do it at the current pay levels that you're offering to them. It's not that they won't do it. Trust me, if you raise your pay enough, all of a sudden you'll magically see there'll be a whole lot of those old stock Canadians that you seem to loathe so much that'll be more than willing to step up the plate and assume those tasks, roles, and responsibilities. That's the problem in this country, is central planning has put these business owners, the corporate world in this country, in a position where they don't have to hold themselves to any particular standard. They can keep reducing that on a continuing ongoing basis by looking all around the world to these third world or emerging countries as a means to plunder those particular geographical areas for those that come to this country and work a whole lot cheaper than the old stock Canadians. Under the federal temporary foreign workers program, Quebec's consent is required to bring a worker to the province. The number of new Quebec employees hired through the program has jumped dramatically in recent months, and not just in the agricultural sector, but other sectors as well, such as tourism, food processing, and manufacturing. In 2018, 17,685 permits were issued to foreigners for temporary work in Quebec, a 36% increase from the previous year, the biggest jump of any of the largest provinces. The numbers are on track to rise again in 2019. In the first 3 months after the fall provincial election, the number of active permits rose by 32% compared to the same period the year prior. Permits were up 21% in the first 3 months of 2019. So anyways, folks, I'll place a link to this article in the description of the video below. But once again, I'm tired of hearing people putting forth this notion, this rhetoric. Like I say, just don't do. Listen, I'm always more than willing to have my views or my stance challenged. Just don't try to do it in a comment section. Like, come on, hold yourself to a little higher standard than trying to hammer out or discuss a topic as big as government, workers, business owners, corporations, the economy, currency manipulation, devaluations of people's labor based on central planning and the monetary policy. I mean, there's just so you can't have this kind of discussion in a comment section on social media. No, actually, the way this has to happen, if you want to challenge my views, the proper way to do it is to come on my channel. We'll do a live stream, and we can go an hour, 2 hours. We can go as long as needed or necessary to actually hammer out our positions or our stances. Yeah, sorry, you're not going to destroy everything that I've worked for, all that intellect that I've built up my mind over a decade plus in just a comment, right? I mean, good luck with all that. You must really be utopian if you believe you can destroy my own credibility by commenting on there that you disagree with me. It's going to take a little more than that, right? You can try as much as you want to claim some form of moral superiority because somehow I don't align with corporations bringing in dirt cheap slave labor from emerging or third world countries to replace the old stock Canadians or to compete with the old stock Canadians who live in a country that are used to much higher living standards than these people are. Like I say, you can make that argument as much as you want, but you actually have to do it while you're genuinely confronting me. And when I can actually push back against your narrative in real time and for all to see and hear. Are you willing to step up to the plate? I am. Let's see who's actually willing to accept that challenge. I won't be holding my breath, that's for sure. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.